You're live. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, hello. Hello.
So great to have you all here with us to be doing some fun contouring and highlighting like a boss. Because you got some really great teachers to teach tonight. So we'll give everybody a chance to get hopped on and find a nice comfy spot. Make sure you grab something to write on because you're going to want to take a few notes. I promise you will. So we'll do some introductions while we're getting settled here. But first thing I want to say before I even introduce myself is that this is our goal for you tonight. We want to provide a place for you to come that is a little bit of a diversion away from the world, a place to just come hang with some really great women, learn something new, maybe give you a new thought, hopefully make you laugh a little bit, and hopefully move your emotions a little bit. How about that? So just settle in, enjoy yourself, and let's all learn together. I'm so grateful for this Mary Kay business that gives us the opportunity to be around positive women, like-minded women that are for each other. And that's what you're going to find in this group of women that you are joining tonight. So let me introduce myself. My name is Stephanie Richter, and I live in the Seattle, Washington area, over north of Seattle, actually. And I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to have a little bit of a diversion. And I'm ready to learn, too. I've been with Mary Kay for 30 years, coming up on 31. And every day is a new day. You know, most people that have been doing something for 30 years, they're like counting the days for them to be able to leave their position, right? It's like pretty soon I get to retire. And that is not what goes on in my heart and in my head daily. I'm so grateful to be around these amazing women and to be able to represent a company with a heart and a soul, and like Mary Kay's, and a purpose like Mary Kay's, and to have a long-term, sustainable, profitable Mary Kay business. So how do we do that? We do that by learning, right? By learning. And this is one way that we learn is through sharing of our products so that real women that are doing real life out there can add a little bit of extra joy, a little bit of beauty. We know the beauty starts from the inside and comes to the outside. We know that. We know that, it isn't the outside that matters as much as the inside, but it sure is fun as a woman to be able to add some beauty and to be able to play with some color and great skincare. So let me introduce you to these amazing, I'll let them introduce themselves, these amazing women that I get to call friends. I get to call directors that are in my, what I guess you'd say in my Mary Kay family. So LaRue, actually, we're going to go Mary Diane, then LaRue. Mary's the furthest away from me, and it's the latest for Mary.
It is. It is. It's almost officially past my bedtime, but that's okay. I am Mary Maxim Lindley, and I have been with Mary Kay for over 27 years now, which is amazing. And I live in Florida. So we're not cold here yet, though we're watching the weather for this hurricane that's heading our way. So
we pray for Mary and her family a lot this time of year.
Right. It was so funny. Our school got canceled here today because of this hurricane coming. So they've never done that before. So that was kind of interesting. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I get to share contouring tonight in your nose and forehead area.
Awesome. Can't wait. All right, Diane.
All right, I'm Diane Hicks. I'm in Twin Falls, Idaho. I've been working Mary Kay for 20 years, and it is cold here. It's almost snowed all day, just little snows, like nothing accumulated, but freezing. So I'm excited to share contouring from cheeks down. We all like to kind of take care of this part of our area, our neck area. So I'm going to play with that a little bit for you tonight and show you some tricks.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Absolutely. And hey, good night, good evening. I'm LaRue Bernard. I live in Texas in the little Panhandle area. And who is excited about contouring and highlighting?
Me.
Yes. Well, I was so excited. I just went straight to YouTube so I could learn all about it. And look what I've done. So I feel so skinny. I'm just on my nose, all that stuff. I mean, I feel like I have lost 30 pounds. And where do you go but to YouTube for experts, right? And I just think it was so good. But now that I'm thinking maybe, so maybe the last thing that YouTube doesn't do actually is give you some expert one-on-one opinion. And I probably need some help with skin tone and my face shape and not really getting the look I'm going for, come to think of it. So that's why you have a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, right? And so I'm thinking I should have waited for Mary and Diane. So anyway.
Maybe a little blending. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out where it went awry for LaRue. When she said YouTube, I was like, "Ah!" There's some good things there. I know there are some good things there, but now you got the girls right in front of you to teach you. Oh, LaRue, that is so funny. You must have had fun with that.
I did. It's
a very heavy-handed application going on there.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, we hope we brought you a little joy, because that is our goal, is to bring you some joy. So that helped. So every time you comment, answer a question, drop in an emoji, you get entered into a drawing, and LaRue is going to be counting and keeping track of that for us while we're teaching, while she's blending. And we will have 4 fun product gifts. We each have one to send out to whoever we draw at the end. So we'll do that at the end. So stay tuned. Ooh, Diane, I see what you got. I don't give these up very much. So this is like, but we'll tell you all that later. I was like, you guys ever do that? Like, ooh, do I want to give that away? And then I know I should, but then yeah. All right. So I'm just giving away. Sometimes I can be a little greedy with certain colors. All right. So let's see who is on with us. Who invited you? Please drop in your comments. Who invited you? And then also, so if your beauty consultant invited you, if you are a beauty consultant, put that in too, so we know who's all on. And then where are you from? We love to know where you're from, because we really reach all the way across this nation. As you can see, we're all in different time zones, which is really fun. So we'd love to know where you are from. And then also, what are you sipping on tonight? I've got some really exciting water going on here. And Mike, Diane's freezing, so she's got tea. So let's get started. Let's see. We're going to start with Diane, right? Is that what you said? All right. I'm going to make Diane the main girl here. You're on, my friend.
All right. So I'm going to teach you a little bit how to get that more sunken in cheek, under the cheek area.
Chiseled.
And then help.
Chiseled is the word.
What is it called?
Chiseled.
Chiseled. Oh, yeah. Chiseled. Look.
Yes, you want chiseled and sculpted. I looked up all these words before we got on here. Natural occurring shadows is what we're going for. Yes.
So natural rather than very bold. I do have to say, I was walking, shouldn't say I was walking into Walmart and be surprised at this, but I was walking past this gal, and she literally had a stripe of highlighter right here. Like, you could see it from a mile away. And I was like, oh, girl, please blend that in. Oh, wow. Okay, so I got to kind of look at the mirror here. A couple of things that you can do is, to control it, just make dots instead of a whole line, okay? I have used a whole line with this before, and it works great. Depends on how deep you want your chisel to look. Then you're going to take your favorite brush and just blend it in. I sometimes take my finger, depends on how quickly and perfectly I want this to achieve.
I'm going to ask questions while you go. So,
okay.
Diane, you're using which color?
I'm using the lighter one, which is called
1.
Yes, Sculpt 1.
Okay, so there's Sculpt 1 and Sculpt 2. So ivory beige skin tones use Sculpt 1.
Yes.
And then beige, darker beige and bronze wear Sculpt 2. All right, let me remove
Okay, so
myself
I'm
out
gonna
of here.
just kind of put it on there for now so you can kind of see, and then I'll blend it in again.
Okay.
And then on your bottom here, so I have old fun gels here, and then this area too is a little bit more than I would like it to be.
A little looser than you would like.
Yes. So I'm going to take this and just right underneath that area. And then I have been actually, you can go like this, but I've actually been going like that.
I'm so scared.
I know. Be scared. That's okay.
I'm scared for you. She's a professional.
So remember, anything you put on dark makes things go away.
Right.
So anything you put on light brings it out. So please don't put highlighter underneath here. That would be awesome. Okay.
So as you're blending, you guys notice one of the things that I know about blending, and especially a creamier product like this, you want to be sure you use, like, you see the very short little strokes she's using, and not like a bunch of like movement, because you're going to move that product all over it, and you want it to melt into your skin, but you surely do not want it to be like a smudge across, you know, completely across your skin, because you don't want to look like, you know, you got like a little bit of dirt, like somebody wants to walk up and lick their finger and clean it off. Like, don't do that. So you want to have a nice, smooth appearance. So it's where the edges, where the light and the dark meet, right? Where your skin and the edge of the product meet. That's where you want to make sure you're using very gentle strokes. So you're blending that in without it being super, you know, like wide, right?
Yeah, and this, like you said, this product is very creamy and blends very well. So as you can see there, it's already like tightened that up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I love it. So,
and then I have a little bit more in there. And you can bring that out a little bit further. I usually keep it back there, but you can bring it out.
You mean in? You mean in towards your?
Yeah, in towards your lips a little bit more if you want to pull it a little bit further.
Yeah, you want to be careful not doing that too close, just because it can look a little bit like dirty.
You want to,
if you're not careful.
So you just want to
now,
make
Diane,
sure
do you put a powder over the top of that then? Do you set that with a powder? Like a translucent powder?
Yes, you can do that for sure, because then it'll help it set a little bit longer. And sometimes I use a mineral powder. Just depends on my day and what I have ahead of me.
Great. Do you find, Diane, that this product has a little bit more control than like the contour powder?
Yes, because you can put it like right where you want when you're using a contour powder. I do use the blending brush or the cheek brush, and I turn it over upside down and use it that way. And that gives me better control as well.
Okay. Yeah, love it. Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to try that tomorrow, those things, because
it works amazing. And then if you ever feel like, if you ever feel like you didn't get it quite enough, just go ahead. I always just check my side like
use
that.
Use a mirror. Yeah.
And then blend it in with your finger a little bit.
Love it. Thank you, Diane. All right, it's Mary's turn. Whoops, you're muted.
Let me try that again. I was doing that, Diane, while you were teaching, so thank you. So now I'm feeling more chiseled in those areas.
You're very chiseled looking. I noticed it immediately how chiseled you are.
Thank you. I am. I'm feeling
a word I've been wanting to use for a long time.
It definitely describes me. All right. So I'm kind of in right on the cusp of that beige where I could use the shade 2. I'm going to use the shade 1 for tonight though. And so here's the deal with your nose. If you can either make it thinner or wider depending on what you want with your nose. And so I'm just going to show you kind of in general the area that you want to apply this. So you want to kind of bring it, I like to start right up here, right by the end of my brow, and then bring it just along the side. I love how, like you said too, it's very creamy and it draws on really smooth. Can y'all see that? I feel like my lighting for some reason is not letting you see that. So
I just had to put Carrie's.
I know, I love that. I love that, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, no, we can see good, Mary.
Okay. So see how we go just along both sides of it. And then you can take like I like to use the cream to powder brush in this area because you want a lot more control and kind of in this smaller area. And so again, you just kind of right along the line. You don't want to spread it, you know, down your nose too far or on top of your nose. So just kind of right along the line where you drew it is where you're going to blend it. And what's cool is now that you're learning this, watch when you see, if you watch the news or other people on TV, watch and check, because you'll notice now, oh, their nose is more defined. They must have done contouring. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in a little bit. And then you're going to do highlighting, right, Steph?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I don't need to show that part.
I'm not going to show that on the nose though, because I do not have the nose that you should highlight.
Oh, okay. So I'll just do a little bit. So once you have the contour blended, I'm going to take the highlight, and really the only area I'm going to highlight with this is just kind of down here at the tip is really the only place I'm going to highlight. And then I will kind of just use my finger to gently pat that in a little bit, but that's really the only area on my nose where I want to highlight. So you can always blend in more with your finger if you want to. Just so you guys, I'm just kind of giving you the general idea. And then for forehead, I have a very square shaped face, which means the width of my forehead and the width of my jawline is the same. You can see that. And so I have a square face. And so really, you know, symmetrically, or symmetry is the most attractive. And so to create the oval shaped face, which is the most attractive, if you kind of create an oval with your hand, anything outside of that is where you want to contour, okay? So see where the oval is? So you're going to contour on a square shape, this area right here. So I'll just show you with that too. And again, you don't have to, you know, really do too much. I just shade in a little bit, but that in that corner, and this just softens that corner a little bit. So again, you can either use the brush that Diane showed, you can use your fingers, you can use a sponge. Those little sponges that we have available now are awesome for these kinds of blending jobs right now. But this, I love how this blends down so smooth and easy. And then it finishes to a really lightweight powdery finish. It's awesome. So there you go. Easy peasy. There you go. That's it. Nose and
I love
forehead.
it. This is exactly what you're going for. Right there, right?
That's exactly what I did. After, it's me right now. Before and after.
The square head, very chiseled on the right. It's the goal.
I'm feeling it.
Not really the goal. It is not the goal at all. I'm actually going to show you guys something here really quick. Thank you for letting me be silly with you, Mary. So I want to show you guys this for two reasons. One, I want you to see it as a client. I want you to see some of the tools that we have available to us. I can't make this any bigger on that screen, but you'll see that this is a tool that your consultant has available to her to be able to visually teach you. So she can do this virtually with you. So you can also do this live for those of you that are comfortable connecting up live. She can also send this to you in a, obviously in a file. But consultants, where you would find this is under the Party Tools section. If you go to Business Tools, I believe it's under Party Central, and it's when you can get them printed, or you can. They're also on the back of the second appointment placemat too. So super helpful because as you might, I don't know how well you can see this, but oh yeah, here I can make it a little bit bigger. So the part that I want you guys to see is this part right over here where it talks about oval face, round face, square face. And so the where you want to highlight and where you want to add that chiseling and that sculpting look a little bit more. So your consultant can really help you figure out what's exactly right for you. All right. So I wanted to show you one other picture here. I showed you guys this one. This one was on our flyer. I just thought this was funny. Have you guys seen recently any funny posts? I just have seen these pop around of the Barbies like, 30 years ago than 20 years ago and how different their makeup is. Very chiseled Barbie is now very chiseled. It's definitely something that happens a lot to Barbie over time. So I get to teach my turn. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you, LaRue. You're in charge. All right, LaRue's in charge. I'm going to pop up here and I am going to do the highlighting. I love highlighting. I'm learning better about, that's why I wanted these girls to teach the contouring. And I use the powder to contour well, I won't talk about that, but you know what I'm talking about, consultants. But this is the rose gold. I just love this. I haven't tried this on eyeshadow, but I want to. And then maybe a little powder over it because I love this color. I love anything rose gold. So when you think about highlighting, when you're highlighting, the difference between highlighting and contouring is shadowing. So if you already have natural shadowing in certain areas, and then you have what I would call unnatural shadowing, that's from aging and so forth. And that's what these girls touched upon is how can we create an optical illusion of maybe some aging or some sliding or shadowy areas that we want that can be accentuated to add more interest to our face. So it's taking what we naturally have and accentuating it. It's the same with highlighting. However, anything you highlight comes off the face. So I do not highlight the center of my nose. My nose is plenty large enough without highlighting. So think about it. If I put a highlight down the center of my nose, which is an option for some of you that have a nose that it would look good on, not on mine. Because if I put it here, that's going to accentuate. It's going to bring off the face. Shadows move into the face. Highlighting comes off the face. So let me show you a couple of fun things you can do with this. My favorites. So my favorite is, I should have brought a mirror over here. My favorite is right along this area at the high point of a cheek. Now, where I'm not going is in the eye well area and where there is natural crinkles. I'm going just below that area. And you can use your finger or like Mary she used the cream eyeshadow brush, which is super soft and supple. And so it blends without pulling my skin. Again, where you don't want to go is in this eye well area because all you're going to do is accentuate any puffiness that might be there already. So I'll do the other side so you can see. So just really soft in a little C shape right on that high point of my cheek. And then I'm just going to blend it. Hard to do this backwards in a screen. Okay. So I have on a little bit of blush. I didn't put a lot of blush on and I contoured a little bit. So you can see a little bit of contour here with the powder. I didn't do a lot because I wanted you guys to be able to see. Okay. Another place I love to do this. Now I'm wearing the new lip color, the new At Play lip colors. So there's 2 sets of colors. I'm wearing the red one. I forgot what they're called. Sorry, Berry Strong and Red Alert. So these are in Peru. And so we've played with these some already in Peru. So I won't talk about them, but they're awesome. And I put a little bit of Copper Aura over the top of it because I'm wearing that. With this rose gold, love it. So here's my favorite thing. Right on this bow. Right in the bow of the lip. And then tap it in. And that gives a fuller look. Without trying to take away your lip color. Another place that you can use this, 2 places. Right at brow, you can put color right here. Look at that pretty shimmer. I love that. And if you're over an age you think you can't use shimmer, then talk to your consultant because you can use shimmer. It's where you use shimmer that matters. So shimmer is not to be used on the brow bone here because all that's going to do is pull that bone out and it's going to make it look super like heavy and almost like you got like a finger hanging down over the edge of your eye. You don't want to put any shimmer there. Okay, so other place is on this side. Let me just put a little in here. I don't want to overdo it because I can't see very good with my mirror. You can do it above your high point, on the high point of your brow where it arches up, just above it, and that'll give it some lift. Because I don't have a mirror in front of me, I won't do that. But here's my very favorite place to use this product. It's right in this little, what do you call this? Like a little, like where your eye, what is that little tear duct? The tear duct area, right around the top and underneath the little tear duct. Look at the brightness that adds to my eye. Isn't that fun? See if I can do the other side without poking myself in the eye. Right in that little area. I love that. It's my favorite. So for you blue-eyed girls particularly, you can see how that makes a blue eye really pop. Anything that has a gold or an amber, warm undertone is going to make a blue eye really, really pop. That's one of the reasons I love this color so much. So you could also use it on your lips over a matte lip color if you want. Now, if you wear it over if you put it under a gloss, you'd have a really high shine for something evening. But there's a lot of uses for this stick, and it is very creamy. It is super, super creamy. Maybe this gives you an idea of the color a little bit better. So it's that pretty rose gold. Love it. Really, really happy they brought these from the Latina market into the US market for us. All right, I'm going to bring you all on with me. Are you ready? All right. So you're all chiseled. We're all highlighted. LaRue's blended. I love it. Thank you. You're all muted, so make sure you unmute yourself. I may have muted you. Sorry. All right. So let's see. Let's do a couple little questions here for the guests that are watching as we close up. And then while you're commenting, then you will get put in the drawing, right? That LaRue will be doing here in just a second. So here, let's ask a couple questions. What did you learn? What did you learn tonight? Oh, actually, LaRue, I will let you be in charge of that and quit clicking. I'll quit clicking and let you click, because really there's only going to be that one question. So what did you learn? For you as the guests that are watching, was there something that was specific to you that was like, oh, I didn't know that? Type it in, post it, pop an emoji, and whatever you want to do that will help us to know what you learned. The other things that we want to know is when you are learning about color and when you're learning about new products like this, what is the best way for you to learn it from your consultant? You know, Mary Kay's changed a lot. Everything's changed a lot over the last 8 months, right? But we have really pivoted, and we have provided for our clients. You know, we used to have this very face-to-face, very, live, sitting at a table together, being able to play with product and get it on your face, let you feel it, touch it, experience the product. And so what we've had to do is pivot. And so, of course, we're able to do more live streams. But Mary Kay has provided for us many samples and the ability to reach really across the country now, and not just across our communities, and be able to really teach with really a different reach. And we're excited about it. So for those of you that are out there that are like, I really want to learn how to do some color. I want to learn how to do eyes. I want to learn how to, use these products. Ask your consultant, and then get face-to-face with her like this in a virtual setting if you're not across the community with her. We call it a virtual beauty sesh. I like to call them happy face hours. So it's usually not much more than an hour time together. When you invite some girlfriends and you put us, in a little screen like this, then you get free product. And who doesn't like free product? I don't know anybody who doesn't like, if it's free, it's for me. So ask your beauty consultant about that. If that's something you're interested in, drop it in the comments, tag your beauty consultant, let her know, hey, I want to try some pumpkin spice eyes, my favorite thing to do right now. Holiday looks are coming up. We're heading into the holidays where there's a little more glimmer and shimmer, and, our skin tones change, needing different foundation matches. We have foundation shades for you too. I've done a couple foundation matching with samples across the country virtually and hit it right on the nose. Your consultant is well trained. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is a very interesting thing going on around our world right now. Did you guys know this? There's a statistic out there that came across in the Mary Kay world, because we work with women so extensively, and many of the women we work with not only are Mary Kay consultants, but they're also moms with their kids home, homeschooling them now, or a little of both. They may also work, have a job that they have to work now in their home. So now for us, that you see on the screen, this is something we've done. This is our normal, working in our homes and our offices and having flexibility, being able to work around our kids' schedule. But that's a new thing for many, many moms out there. And they're finding that they're losing their balance, their life balance. And 800, you guys catch this number, 865,000 women dropped out of the labor force in September 2020. That's a lot. And that's just September. And so this came from McKinsey & Company. It's a accounting firm, I believe, that has this information. It's a Women in Workplace report. And it was actually released about 3 weeks ago. 1 in 4 women are thinking about altering their careers during COVID-19. I think from what I'm experiencing in the conversations I'm having with women is that women have had this taste of working from home and being able to be in charge of their children's education, and they love it. Others are like, I don't want to ever do this again. But they like the ability, that part of it, the homeschool part of it. But they like the ability that they're home and that they're available for their kids. Or some that don't have kids at home are feeling lonesome at home. They're feeling isolated and want to do something to add camaraderie and some other purpose in their life. And so what we're finding in our Mary Kay world is all of a sudden, a whole new conversation is happening around the way we teach and share our Mary Kay business opportunity. So 30 years ago, I started this business opportunity because I was a teacher and I just wanted to supplement my income. I just wanted to make a couple extra $100 a month, pay for my student loans. That was what my goal was. And of course, that blossomed into a 30-year career. Who would have known? But the conversation wasn't, do you want to be home? Do you want more flexibility with your children? The work environment and the work choices are so limited now because of COVID. So the conversation's very different. Even last year, conversations we would have. So what I want to ask all of you that are out there just watching, or if you watch this a little later, is learn what a Mary Kay business has to offer. I was recently, in fact, learn about it, because when you learn about it, I totally forgot I was going to show these to you. I set them here so I would. When you ask your consultant and you learn about Mary Kay and have a conversation and ask her lots of questions and learn all about the options, because there's lots of options, then you get put in the drawing for this Rebecca Minkoff beautiful handbag that we are giving away. It's gorgeous and it smells good too. So you can choose this one, or if you like a larger bag that is more of like a satchel, there's this ombre. This is a purple. You can't really, it shows up a little more red in the picture, but it's a purple ombre. It's super pretty. And it's a little bit larger. So it's more of a business bag. And this is absolutely a beautiful handbag. So when you learn, you'll get put in a drawing. We're doing that for November and December. We'll do the drawing at the very first of the year. So I was recently having a conversation about the impact that Mary Kay has had on many women. And it's so interesting to me to hear everything from confidence built to finances provided, to vacations provided for her family, to the things that can't be taken away from us. And, I think that's the stuff that sometimes when we look at something like Mary Kay to add as a supplement for short-term, mid-term, long-term, I think often we look at it as just this little thing I'm going to do. And what I can tell you is that little thing can literally change your perspective and give you options in your life you never knew were there. So I always like to say, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you got. That scared me 30 years ago enough to try something totally outside of my comfort zone. And joined this Mary Kay community and changed my life forever. And look who I get to hang out with, are these beautiful women. So we want to encourage you to learn, encourage you to have fun with your consultant, get some product on your face that's new during the season. It really does brighten your mood, I promise. There's nothing like a great lipstick or learning some little contouring or a new eyeshadow and taking care of your skin, number one most important. So I want to give a big shout out to LaRue. Thank you for being fun and funny and handling all of our and actually LaRue, the light makes it actually, you look really good. I was like, it was like, gosh, LaRue, you're probably gonna have to put on more.
Anyway, hey, if you made this comment, if you will put your name in here so I can make sure you get in the drawing. Okay. So thanks for sharing.
Oh yeah, because some of you are Facebook user. Yeah.
So if you will type that in, that'd be awesome. We're so excited to have all of you here.
All right. And hey, Mary, what did you learn? Did you learn anything new tonight?
Did you know? Oh, I liked what you shared about the inner eye. I usually use the powder for that. I haven't done the rose gold for that, so I like that. I totally did
because
some.
The powder gets in your eye. This won't get in your eye. Like the powder will get in your eye.
I like it. I was gonna say too, for the for a bolder lip, or to kind of make your lips look fuller, you can take some of the contour and just put a little bit right underneath the bottom of your lip, and it creates that shadow that makes it look like if your lip was fuller, it would give it that shadow. So
we should have done this before Halloween, because we could have told you how to do everything wrong. Too. Yeah. Sometimes you learn just as much doing it all wrong as you do right. I think that's actually kind of a life lesson, isn't it? Sometimes there's more to be learned in messing up than there is in doing everything right. Diane, is there anything specific you learned tonight while LaRue is getting our comments counted? I put her on the spot. I love it.
Just a reminder of to use this like in the corner of your eyes. I love doing that. Like it totally brightens everything.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the highlighter or the
used,
contour?
Yeah, the highlighter in right here to brighten your.
Have any of you tried it like Oz eyeshadow yet? I meant to do that this morning and I forgot.
I haven't yet. I did with the highlighter, the blush that has the highlighter on it.
Yeah.
I've used that one as a lipstick and an eyeshadow.
Yeah, I bet you could use this as a lipstick really nice too. We'll have to mess with it. So consultants that are out there, as you play with these products, please post your pictures in your units group because we want to see. So LaRue, how are we doing?
Very good. So hey, here we go.
Let's do mine first.
A lot. Okay, anyway, I learned a ton because you can see I've learned a ton, but I wanted you to know, so often, like even with my nose, I started here. And so learning from Mary to start, with the natural shading we had here, and then I was doing it too far on the side instead of bringing it down like that. So, and I loved how Diane talked about doing the lines this way.
Yes.
Never would have done that before either. So that was clever.
I was so scared, Diane. It was like, that doesn't look, that like is crazy. I trust you, but it still scared me.
I know. I did. It was a little scary the first time I tried it too. I was like, but this is the part that I want to go away.
I know, so me too.
I'm going to try it.
It's not a tattoo. It's okay.
That's a good point. Thank you, Mary, for reminding us it's not a tattoo.
That's right. And the formula is so creamy.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's awesome.
So blendable. And, then, if you feel like you did get too much, I think you can take that powder to do some more blending, because even with me trying to wipe a little bit, I some powder.
It's like all over.
Oh no, you should. It looked like that. And then I was doing this, and then you could barely even see any skin there. Okay, sweet girl who loves the rose gold, we still need you to put your name in the comments.
So rose gold girl, did she win?
Well, yes. But we want your name and who invited you. So make sure you put in the in there.
So she's going to earn this then, because if she likes the rose gold, she's going to like the toffee eyeshadow that I have been hoarding for myself. I'm giving one to you, rose gold girl.
So type your name in. Type your first and last name in, please, in the comments, because your name's not showing up. Okay, dear? And I'm going to spin again. And we have Christy. We have Christy Herring is our next winner.
Woohoo!
And
Christy.
she is Carrie. Is that right? Oh gosh, I've lost now who belongs to who.
I think
Is it this one? Christy
guest.
Sussman Herring.
There we go. That is the Christy. Yes.
Awesome.
Way to go, Christy.
And if you're ready for our next one, it is going to be Anita. So, ta-da, Anita.
Hey.
So,
There, I got her.
Yay, awesome, awesome.
Yay.
Yolanda's guest. I think that the guest, the rose gold, was that my Christine McGrath?
Okay. Yes, that would have to be Christine.
Hey, Christine.
Awesome. Do we know who she belongs to?
She's mine.
Oh, yay. Oh, good. Sweet.
Yay.
Okay. And our last spin is Christy Herring again. She's our second winner. I mean, yeah, we're going to Vegas, Christy, anyway.
Awesome.
All right. So Christy won twice. Did we get everybody? I got my Christy. It's a Christy and Christine night and Anita. You got all four?
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Congratulations, winners.
Yay.
Thank you to all of you.
Awesome.
Excited. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Love you all. Have an awesome rest
great
of your night,
night.
everybody.
Bye.
Reach out.